Okay, just doing a quick test of my audio before we begin streaming properly. Bear with me, I'll be back in a sec. And as per usual, it doesn't sound particularly great. Always a load of background noise. I start pretty much every live stream saying this, so please bear with me. Okay, about a minute to go. I'm going to be looking at a video which actually goes back to May the 1st. One of my most popular videos I ever put out was looking at Harry and Meghan's the birth of their child. And I did say at that point I'm going to be following this. Baby and wait to see if we ever see an actual baby, a real baby. Now it turns out, thanks to a comment I saw on a video of mine, there was a video that I missed actually, and it turned out, so I'm going to be having a look at that and seeing if the title of this video is have they upgraded, and by that I mean have they actually finally introduced Harry and Meghan to a real child that they'll be bringing up as their own. Of course, I would appreciate your thoughts and opinions on this. Always good to think what you know, because I like to keep an open mind on everything, except I don't always, we all have our own opinions, and it's always good to hear yours. So if you want to comment in the live chat, let me know you're watching, let me know what you think. It always helps the stream go a bit better. Right, so first of all, I'm going to credit the person that brought this to my attention. It was a comment on, actually this was my most recent video. I expect if you're tuning into this, you probably caught it already. There was a comment from Hannah Vinter. I have a question. If the baby is fake, which I personally do not think is the case, what are they going to do when the baby is supposed to grow into a toddler and later a kid? My response was, good question. I suspect like people, this was actually a video about Gigi Hadid. I suspect people like Gigi Hadid are fictional characters, like soap opera characters that's passed off by mainstream media as real identity. Therefore, any children would also be played by an actor or even multiple actors. If Hadid is a real person, and considering we've never even seen the baby's actual face, they could later be given custody of a real child which is passed off as their own. I don't know how everything works. I only noticed that dolls are used in the last couple of years, but I'll be following people like Harry and Meghan to see when a real child is brought in. So far with them, I'm convinced they've used dolls. Hannah said thanks. And then Judy G came in. Isn't it amazing we haven't seen the alleged child of Harry and Meghan? He should be walking around and talking now, easily able to identify mom and dad and call them by name. There is an agenda in our world has no use for the feminine. They can mimic and fool people into thinking all kinds of folk are real women. The one thing they cannot do is give birth. Therefore, this is a big deal when they can fool others into thinking they're just a regular reproducing couple who had a baby. This comment mentioned Harry and Meghan and that we'd never seen a child. We had actually, at least I had. So I said there was a short clip that was released when Archie met Desmond Tutu. I made a video on it pointing out that Meghan is clearly manipulating any movement, and she is actually swinging it around like a rag doll. That is the only footage we have ever seen of their baby moving. Also, it's clear CGI had been overlaid on the face. Here's a link. And then Judy G commented, Yes, I saw your video. To me, the baby looks real in that film clip, but I'm not sure of anything anymore. He dances on her lap like a baby that age does, and is busy and wants down normal behaviour. What is more telling is the lack of connection he has with these two. All of them display a lack of connection and relationship that is astounding. A mum and dad with an infant that age are not awed and googly-eyed over his every move. They're handling him competently, and he is looking to them for clues and guidance. That isn't happening. They all just met. In my opinion, I like your channel. Nice little compliment there. Thank you very much. It is right livelihood to disclose untruths, and that's what I try and do. But yeah, they do mention. Let me just see. Where is it? Sorry, I'm just going over my comment. I'm sure they mentioned a baby on Harry's first birthday. Let me see where it is, because I then go on to say I've not seen a clip. Okay, who knows, perhaps it was on another video, but I was made aware. I've actually gone and lost it now. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. Archie first birthday. Right, was this the one? I'll just go into the chat. RJ, Westworld. Sometimes I wonder what we live in. Very good point. Bear with me 1 sec. Okay, this is the story I found. Bear with me, be back in 1 second. Right, apparently on Archie's first birthday, which was the 6th of May, Meghan and Harry filmed a clip where Meghan read a story to Archie, and of course, so we'll read this. They didn't actually put it on their own Instagram account, as far as I know. They put it on, I think it was Save the Children. We'll see in a minute. Right. We will watch the video shortly, and then I'm going to do a little breakdown of it. And yeah, I'm going to see, are they actually using a real child here, or are they still using CGI and stuff? RJ asks, is Harry really the same Harry that we saw as a young boy? I know a lot of people have commented they think Prince Harry may have been switched. It wouldn't be, for me, I don't think that's something, I mean, I'm of the opinion, I don't know, I half wonder, is there even a real Harry, or is it all just a series of actors playing the part? So I couldn't comment on that, but yeah, you're right, he doesn't look a huge amount. So what I'm kind of suggesting is our royal family of the United Kingdom, and possibly all other royal families around the world, genuine, or are they just actors used to play a part? I mean, world leaders all do have lookalikes, and I'm sure Harry is no different if he is a real person. So yeah, right, I'm going to get on. Right, Archie Mountbatten Windsor celebrated his first birthday by making his first charity campaign video as the Duchess of Sussex read him a story on camera. I will, later on, I'm going to point out, for me, it seems a bit wrong that a couple as wealthy and as privileged as Harry and Meghan put their name to a charity asking regular members of the public, many of whom are in a terrible financial state, what with the current restrictions that are being forced on everyone, to donate to a charity where I mean, why aren't they? I mean, maybe they are donating, but knowing how this world works, Harry and Meghan were probably paid, if they're real people, paid an appearance fee to do this story. Amanda Kate says it's clear the surrogate held on to the baby. In which video? Oh, okay, yeah, you're saying that there was a surrogate and they wouldn't hand it over? Possibly, although I have looked back at some previous videos with when Prince William and Kate showed off their child, and again, I see a doll, unfortunately. So, I mean, you could be right. Perhaps their surrogate didn't want to give up their child, and so Harry and Meghan were forced to use a doll in the press pictures, but that's not the conclusion I've come to. You could be right, I could be wrong, but no, I think this is just how things are done. Right, I'll read this story. Launched in the US by actresses Jennifer Garner and Amy Adams, the project has seen celebrities from Reese Witherspoon to Dame Helen Mirren read children's books to raise awareness and funds during the COVID-19 crisis. Today, in his LA debut, Archie listened to his mother read Duck Rabbit, based on the optical illusion made famous by philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein. Interesting, they make note of an optical illusion here, because, well, just because, let's watch on and see. A wriggling around in Duchess's lap, Archie provided able assistance turning the pages before comically proving the old adage of never work with children or animals right by reaching for a different book and throwing it on the floor. Again, it's some interesting footage. I mean, a doll couldn't possibly pick a book up and chuck it. It couldn't turn pages. That's why we're going to break this video down, more or less frame by frame, and see what's really going on. Right, let's finish the first one. The Duchess told him, gently picking the book up and looking into the camera in bemusement as Prince Harry tried to suppress his laughter. I think we're led to believe that Prince Harry's actually doing the filming on this video. But if that is the case, I mean, to me, well, we'll watch it, but the camera is very still. It does move very slightly. But really, Harry doesn't even need to be there. They could have just put the camera on a table and just pressed record. At one point, Archie appeared to start grizzling before being cheered by the pictures in front of him and beginning to giggle as his mother kept up a running commentary of what happened next. Can you turn the page? And quacking in his ear to entertain him. Can he turn the page? Good question. We'll answer that in a minute. As he turned the final page in his book, the Duchess told baby Arch he had done a good job, while the Duke cheered bravo from behind the camera. Archie appeared to be trying to talk, making a dada sound, possibly for duck or daddy, at the end of his starring role, trying to chew the cardboard pages for his grand finale. A spokesman for the Sussexes said, as they celebrate this family moment, the Duke and Duchess wanted to continue to raise awareness around the urgency of bringing food and learning resources to millions of children. The Duchess chose to read one of Archie's favourite stories, Duck Rabbit. Save the children. Why don't these people donate their own wealth? Why are they coming to the public? Right, we're going to start playing this video, and we'll watch it through in real time, and then we'll come back and see what you think. So I'm going to mute myself and press play.
For Save With Stories, we're going to read Duck Rabbit. Ready? Unopen it. Good job. Hey, look, a duck. That's not a duck, that's a rabbit. Yeah, here, can you turn the page? What happens after that? Are you kidding me? It's totally a duck. It's for sure a rabbit. What's on the next page? See? There's his bill. What are you talking about? Those are his ears, silly. It's a duck, and he's about to eat a piece of bread. Turn the page. Is that the piece of bread? Let's show everybody. It's a rabbit, and he's about to eat a carrot. Let's go to the next page. Look, Arch. That's the cover. Let's go to the next page. Wait, listen. Did you hear that? I heard duck sounds. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. That's funny. I distinctly heard rabbit sounds. Now the duck is wading through the swamp. No, the rabbit is hiding in the grass. There, see? Look, Archie. It's flying. Flying. It's hopping. So let's turn the page. Look, the duck is so hot, he's getting a drink of water. No, the rabbit is so hot, he's cooling off his ears. That's the sun, and what's that? Fish. Fish, fish, fish. Let's turn the page. Let's see what else happens. Look at the duck through my binoculars. Sorry, still a rabbit. Let's turn the page. Then what happens? Let's turn the page. Here, ducky, ducky. Here, you cute little rabbit. Oh, great. You scared him away. Archie, look, you didn't scare him away. I didn't scare him away. You scared him away. Let's finish this book first, then we'll have that book. You know, maybe you were right. Maybe it was a rabbit. Thing is, now I'm actually thinking, that it was a duck. Should we get that book back too? We'll read this one next. That it was a duck. Well, anyway, now what do you want to do? What happened? I don't know. What do you want to do? Hey, look! An anteater! That's no anteater. That's a brachiosaurus. Let's turn the page. What's next? The end.
Yay! The end! Woo!
Good job!
Bravo! Bravo!
Yay! Duck rabbit.
Okay, that was the video. Had a few comments. Phil Wright, thanks for joining. Maria Ellender. I think the baby is older than the area, has good motor skills and can speak in a short sentence. There is no connection between mother and child, and she actually calls him silly. Yeah, I gotta say, there is something very off about the way Harry and Meghan are sort of holding this kid. But actually, before we break it down scene by scene, I have another video. Hopefully I won't get in trouble for copyright. Yeah, I did originally think he looked a bit older than a year. I mean, his teeth have grown through quite quick. Obviously kids do start growing teeth at a young age. But yeah, I did think it was curious that a child, that they're watching a video about, they're reading a book about something that looks like it's one thing, but really it's another, or it could be another. So, right, I just want to very quickly jump to another video, just for a bit of perspective before we go on. This is from NBC News, CGI baby delivers itself, cuts cord, snaps selfie in Indian ad. In the minute-long ad for Russian telecommunications, MTS, a CGI baby delivers itself, Googles the instructions for cutting an umbilical cord, snaps a selfie, shoots a video and uploads everything to the internet, all to the tune of Diana Ross' I'm Coming Out. For that reason I'm going to mute this video when we watch it, because I don't want to get stuck on... yeah, I don't like getting copyright strikes. I think I've had a copyright warning on my last couple of live streams, just for watching things. Fortunately, I don't get an actual community strike. They just say that the people that own the copyright might monetize the video, which makes no difference to me. Yeah, this is just an example, this video we're going to watch, of how easy it is to make CGI animations interact with real people, with actual people. Corrupt says the ad took 6 months to create and took on a life of its own once it was shared. Firstly, there's a BitTorrent file available for digital natives, and downloaded 15 hours before it's officially public. The inspiration for the concept was his own children. Right. Let's have a look at this video. Hopefully I can mute it. Okay, here we've got this CGI baby interacting with real people. Whether that's what's going on, but what I will say about this video is it's a lot higher resolution than what we saw from Harry and Meghan. This CGI baby. And also, right, just have a look in the comments. Amanda Kate, baby says Dada. She's correct. She corrects it with duck. And Nijod Queen, the baby is older than what they say he is. And also there is no maternal bond with the child, and that is a drag man. Yeah, I agree with all those statements. Quite a lot of people make the point that there's so little actual maternal connection. Right, notice. Okay, let's see the best way of doing it, Phil. The problem I've got is that I don't know how well you'll be able to see this because actually, yeah, the video is like really small in the middle of the screen. But hopefully it should be satisfactory for what we want to do. Okay, so unlike the advert we saw, this is one shot. The camera does very slightly move at the edges, but if it was actually being held by Harry, as they want us to believe, then it would be shaking and wobbling all over the place. Right, so the baby supposedly turns the pages, okay? Let's have a look. How well does... Okay, the first instant... Right, another thing we'll say. Archie's hair. Now, I think it's supposed to look wet. Now, obviously, with CGI, one of the hardest things they have to animate would be hair. So, easier just make it look like the hair is wet and stuck to the head. Okay, the baby turn this page here. Or, look at the very bottom of the screen. Does Meghan actually turn the page? See, it's a shame. It's a shame I can't make this picture any bit bigger. Let me know in the chat if you can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay, again. Look where Meghan's, what would it be, her left hand is. Look. Again, flips that page, even though it's supposed to be Archie turning the page. Again, supposed to be Archie turning the page. Nope, look where Meghan's fingers are, dipping right into that book and flipping it over. Again, they're pointing out, it looks like one thing, it looks like a duck, but is it actually a rabbit? Could be anything. I think they're dropping a big hint there. Again, the video is such low resolution that right, and I think this move here, the Archie's right hand, if you notice, I don't know how well you can actually see it on the screen. There's ghosting, that almost like the hand that's left behind. It's a shame I can't make the picture bigger and you can see what I'm on about. Bear with me. Okay, sorry about that interruption. Amanda Kate, yeah, you see what I mean about Meghan is doing all the book movements again, using her hand when slides her hand out, when actually it's supposed to be Archie that's shutting the page. Something else comes up in this book actually. See if anyone else notices that. Again, just look actually, while Meghan's hand isn't over or under Archie's right arm, it doesn't do anything, it's very still. I think it does pop up in a minute. Again, is that Archie turning it? Or is Meghan doing it over her finger? I think Meghan's doing it with her finger right here. Does anyone else see something on this page? Which, yeah, Phil, you're absolutely right. I keep saying she. It's just easier that way. I know it's a he, but if I refer to Meghan as her and Archie as him. Hello, Symphony of Souls. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, like I say, 10 points for the first person that sees something on that page which is suspect or could be a reference to something else. But anyway, we'll come back to it if you don't. And it's not the fish. In fact, CGI Archie even points to it. Maria Ellender asks, does his left arm move? Actually, the left arm, we do get a bit of movement. But just like Meghan's left arm, hang on. Yeah, Meghan's left arm, it's very out of shot. It's frequently off the screen. I did wonder actually whether that left arm could be CGI as well. I don't know. Let's assume it is CGI. I was in two minds. I did wonder first time I saw it. Perhaps they're using perhaps they have a real baby and they've stitched a face over the top of it. Again, something they can easily do, something you can do with apps that come free. Phil, right, you know, are you saying you know what is wrong on that image, on that book? I hope so. Okay, let's see. Again, Archie goes to turn the page, but Meghan does it all. And what happens on the last page? There was nothing there. Like we said, was it a rabbit or was it a duck, or is it completely invisible like being demonstrated on that last page? Well, it's not last page. Right, this is now where the baby picks up a book. Symphony of Souls, the first ever live. I will track back when this ends. Do you mean it's the first live stream you've ever watched, or the first live stream of mine you've ever watched? I don't do them that often, but anyway, yeah, I usually manage a live stream once every couple of weeks. Sometimes they're awful, sometimes they're alright, but what always makes them better is when people interact with the live chat. It just helps it flow, it gives me something to talk about. Otherwise I'm pretty much just talking to myself, really. Okay, this is where baby does something. See that? See how pixelated Archie's face is there? Right, and this is where if it is a CGI baby and that book is CGI, then Meghan would have to be watching a monitor or looking at some monitor to make sure she's grasping at the correct thing. Unless, of course, Meghan's left hand is CGI as well. You see, there's so much. Symphony, you say it's the first of mine. Brilliant. Well, you're welcome, and I always appreciate anyone who tunes into any of my videos, especially my live ones, and comments. And I'm curious for everyone's feedback. I wouldn't be at all surprised if anyone disagrees with me. I'm in two minds on this myself. Is that a real child? Is there any CGI going on whatsoever? I'm not too sure. Like I say, I haven't seen anything other than every so often the child's skin colour just goes very weird. I haven't seen much that confirms anything, really. Yeah, the arm could look very digital. I'm not sure, like I say, I don't know. But this is a weird thing to do to a child, I think. Oh, look at those feet now, okay? Look at Archie's right foot and how chopped off and just strange perspective it is. I mean, that could be because of just the angle it's at, because it's a low quality picture, but of course feet and hands are a very difficult thing to graphically edit. I mean, if ever you're people that do drawings, hands and feet are always the hardest thing to get correct. Amanda Kate says her hand, it is giant, absolutely. And another thing is this arm sometimes seems just way too long, like it shouldn't, but I think the strangest thing of all is the baby's left foot. It just looks weird. Right. I'm not sure. It's a trick, who knows? I am keeping an open mind. And here's another bit. Look, I wish that thing would get out of the way. Look at how the leg suddenly cuts up here. Does that look correct? Thank you, Symphony, for the compliment. I appreciate you saying that. I do try and keep a level head about it all. To be honest, this couple I do find quite annoying, and I could find some blue language, but I'm not going to. Right. Yeah, now... Yeah, and also, again, people have said how big the baby looks for its age. Its limbs look very long, as does Meghan's, particularly her left arm looks huge. So yeah, I'm not sure. But the most annoying thing about all this is at the end here. Bear in mind how wealthy, how privileged Harry and Meghan are, and they're asking us to donate money to this charity. Oh, I've got one thing I could do for you right now. Oh, right. Okay. So, I'm not sure, but yeah, just like in my last video, I said that I believed CGI
does
going
the
on.
baby's face almost appear to be superimposed onto that head.
I don't know if everyone's seen it. I guess you probably have. Amanda Kate. You think that child... yeah. Now, one reason why it may look like... okay, does not... one thing I do find they do with the royals is they give them very distinct features that make us... yeah, that means, like I say, I believe they could use actors so that there could be 10 different people that play Harry on a regular basis, or 10 different people that play Charles, and they're very easy to make them look like like what we expect them to look like, because he's got such a large nose or big ears, Harry's forehead's massive. If ever let's actually have a look at Prince Harry. Well, did anyone just see that little headline? Anyway, look how large Prince Harry's forehead is. It's... I don't know. It looks to me like... normally your head would have rounded off way before up here, wouldn't it? That's at least what I think. So yeah, what I'm saying... and why his eyes are so tiny now? Normally narrow eyes are a very feminine feature. And not only Amanda Kate does it not look like Harry, it doesn't look anything like Meghan either. She's supposed to be mixed race, which would make the child, well, also mixed race, but it's about as Caucasian as you can get. Right, yeah, there was a couple of other things I did want to look at. We can certainly go back to any of that if anyone wants another look. Right, some of my... I think I brought them up in one of my other recent live streams. Kevin Hart and his wife, or supposedly wife in brackets, Eniko Hart. Again, vile people that really irritate me. This is one of the latest pictures they put up. It's meant to be of their child sleeping. Oh, hang on, I will go back to my previous video. Sorry, that video, and I said anyone noticed there was something suspect on one of the pages of the book. We'll go back to that shortly. First of all, we'll have a look at this picture of Eniko. Does anyone see anything weird about this picture? To me, now I've said before, I think Kevin Hart, if you're not familiar with them, I don't know who they are or what they are. I think Kevin Hart's a comedian or something. They're famous people in America. They've got hundreds of millions of followers on Instagram anyway, just like all these celebrities do. Right, this child, its head is... how do I say it? They're supposed to have put a pillow underneath that, because as you can see around all the baby, any areas that are touching the ground, there is a black shadow underneath it. The head is completely at the right angle. It was only... now they're saying it was only 2 months ago that they had this child. And already supposedly it can lift its head up at that angle. Nijod Queen, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. You're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. To me it looks like, if we go to... this is a reborn doll, a rebirth doll, I think. Reborn they're called. And... yeah, for me it's just such a dead ringer for one of these. This angle, for example, as we can see, I don't know if you see under the head, where the baby's head is lying down, you get a very small black shadow underneath it. Not so with this child, because they didn't put a cushion underneath it. Yeah, I have looked at this these people before. Yeah, there was a real blatant one as well. I think it was on this person's thing. I do have to watch it though, because otherwise I will find myself scrolling through Instagram accounts. I will say with this person, their baby bump looks legitimate, but yeah, they're doing stuff when they're pregnant which no pregnant mother would do. It's ridiculous. But yeah, somewhere on her page, I'm not sure where it was, she shared a picture with a group of mothers. I've shown it to you before, but just for, if I find it, I'll show it again now. And one of the children is so obviously a doll. I'm not sure about this boy though, he's always pulling the same facial expression. Who knows? But yeah, they're at an age where it would be difficult to fool people with a doll. Alright, I can't find that. Maybe it was on actually Kevin Hart's Instagram account, I don't know. Where is it? A couple more seconds looking for it, and then I'll abandon it and go back to the next part. Okay, not to worry. Ooh. Okay, right. Camilla Thurlow. This is it. This is it. You guys probably may well have seen it before, but what do you think of this child right here in the middle? Does that not look like a doll? Maria Allender. James Alexander claimed he was the real Prince Harry and was found dead in Ireland in 2018. Yeah, I did hear something about that. But apparently the newspaper or the media outlet that reported it, and while I think it's true he did actually die, was known for satire. But yeah, I had heard about James Alexander before. Again, someone we can have a look at. Yeah, this person, this child here, how much of a doll is that? And actually, if we click to the next picture in the series, this child on the end is almost pointing at it, because mother's got to hold the hand up to its face because it can't do it on its own. And this girl here is almost pointing as if to say, look mummy, it's a doll. Or daddy, or whatever these people are. Surely some of these children must be real. Right, that's it on a Nico. I'm not going to talk about those anymore. Phil, right? Harry, yep. I absolutely agree. Right. I'm jumping from one subject to another, something I do have a tendency to do. So, I will, yeah, just go back to another video I made one. Here we are.
You'll notice something.
Oh, that was the same video, right, whatever. In it, I mentioned Thurlow Williams. I just did in fact, Thurlow Williams came up in my last live stream, that was it. Again, I hope we can all see how much of a doll this is, but whilst reading about, looking up for this video, I came across this story. Camilla Thurlow and Jamie Jewett share snap with grinning baby girl, JJ, of course. And it's a cracker. It's another one that slipped through the net. I did say that, in fact, maybe it'd be better if we looked at Camilla Thurlow's Instagram account. Right, yeah, like I said, most of these baby pictures, they look pretty good. They look like real babies to me, for the most part. Except, check out that freaky baby's hands. Like I said, that's the one thing they struggle with, seems to be the hands and the feet. those hands look weird. Bear in mind that's supposed to be a newborn baby as well. That again looks like a doll to me. But not too bad. Most of Camilla's pictures look pretty genuine, and then they had this one, which for me is clearly a doll, and now the last one, it looks like they've got new people in to start following the pictures. What on earth is this? Check that out. If that isn't a doll, then I feel very sorry for that child, because wow. Rosemary is calling for a mother, put it that way. I don't know if you've ever seen Rosemary's Baby, horrible film actually, but Amanda Kate says, what's the game? Why would a royal pretend to have a baby? They'll be busted eventually. Unfortunately, Amanda, no, I do not believe they will, because the same people, in my opinion, that fabricate the royal babies and the royal family are the same people that control the press. I don't think there is any independent press. This here, me talking about this, and other people that do it as well, are as near as we get to busting them. But it's not like the Sun newspaper are going to go on tomorrow and say independent journalist, YouTuber Bobby Zones calls out Prince Harry's baby as a doll. It's unlikely. Although I think they did actually. I think the fact that people called out as a doll might have come up, but it doesn't get a lot of coverage. Rebus Alchemy says the law of reversal is a satanic cult. Fully agree. Right, we had a couple more things. So yeah, you guys see where I'm coming with this one, I hope. Doll, or just a, yeah. Right, where else were we? Okay, I will just go back to that video we saw of Harry. Where is it? Bear with me, guys. Symphony of Souls, yeah, I understood what you meant. The law of reversal. I'm not actually familiar with the word. Is it a word or a name? Rebus Alchemy. I don't know that one. Unless that is a Latin name for reversal. I know alchemy is like the chemistry of changing things, isn't it? But Rebus. Okay, here we are. This image in the top corner there that they point to. Okay, can we all see that? Maybe not actually. I'll try and get a better view of it. Right. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. It'll be worth it, I hope. I don't think I'm going mad. Right, that image there, very low quality. I've just... Oops. Sorry guys, just dropped something. But yeah, it gives you one more chance to figure out what is weird about that. Okay, if we go and do a search for oh, what was it called? Pizzagate. Pizzagate symbol. Now, Pizzagate wasn't something I necessarily Okay, maybe, right. Where was it? I'm sure there was a whole page full of all the symbols that supposedly came out of that and what they meant. Maybe it's on here. Okay, is this symbol actually, now looking at it like that, it perhaps doesn't, it basically, it means it's a symbol to do with a satanic child abuse ring. I don't know, it kind of looks sort of like it, if you see what I mean. Yeah, also this is very concerning actually. Yeah, Ninja Queen, you're absolutely right. I'm Maria Elander. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, I want to show you somewhere else where I saw that symbol. But first of all, I just want to mute my screen. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. Where are we? Well, I've got to think where it is now. It was on a child's nursery. And I saw that very same symbol. In Bath actually, which was a bit concerning. Right. In fact, I'm not gonna show the name of the nursery because, you know, if I'm wrong, I wouldn't wanna get people into. Yeah, not gonna go down that route. Symphony says that all whores of Babylon, corrupting all that is natural and reversing it to the big UN natural. Phil Wright says it's all mainstream media controlled. Absolutely makes sense. Amanda Kate, you think they're scared of Trump? Again, not something I subscribe to. I believe Donald Trump is one of them. Perhaps I'm wrong. In fact, I saw a really interesting video about Trump, and depending on what tie he's wearing, maybe I'll try and find it to maybe I'll close out on it. Okay, fortunately I can't find the actual nursery. I could if I went on map view, I'm sure of that, but Symphony of Soul, Big Donna. Oh, Don, yeah, of course. Absolutely. A lot of people would say Donald is, well, he certainly hangs around with a lot of female to males. So yeah, chances are here. Right, anyway. Okay. I will be sharing my screen. I've noticed I've been going on for about an hour. I generally try and keep my videos to about that length. Okay. So yeah, I will be closing it down soon. And Ninja Queen, there are 2 Trumps, 1 blue tie, 1 red tie. Absolutely correct. That is, well, that's what I saw. I might try if I can find that video before I finish and watch it. What's going on? Okay. Okay, that's not that. Sorry, bear with me everyone, I'll be back where we were. I'll be back with you in a sec. And I'll show you what bear in mind those symbols we looked at. Just going back to Pizzagate, I personally wouldn't be surprised if it was controlled. But with that in mind, imagine seeing this on a nursery. Okay, imagine seeing this on the side of a nursery. You see it, the little snail? And then go back and seeing that as one of those symbols. Horrible. It would certainly put me off allowing a child to go to that nursery. No chance. Right. Yeah, Phil Wright, Pizzagate was a psyop, and that's not to say that the elite aren't involved in that sort of. Amanda Kate, yes, that's in the UK, unfortunately. I know that area very well. Yeah, but going back to Pizzagate, perhaps it was put out there in a way that that the mainstream can control the narrative, and that is why. Oh yeah, and there's that symbol. Oh no, it isn't. Just once more. This is the symbol that we saw in the book. You see, there's similarities. The weird sort of straight, jagged lines. Anyway. Phil Wright, you mentioned Convid rolls on, and I see Newcastle's latest team to play along with that. Is that the Newcastle football team? It seems all football teams are in on it. Every single one, but I haven't heard much particularly about Newcastle. I'm curious how you guys. I mean, we keep hearing about a vaccine, don't we? It's going to be that has a 90% that gives you a 90% chance of surviving. When, let's face it, you have a 99.64% chance of surviving. Anyway, that's crazy. Right, Amanda Kate says a book gifted from Oprah Book Charity. Yeah, that sounds about right. Giving out small truths that fail to take the heat off the real story. Yes, they control the story, symphony, therefore it's done with, isn't it? It's a little bit like in Bath, actually, a city very local to me, when they were going to shut the library down, they organised a demonstration which was completely controlled, took place, a lot of people demonstrated, but it was probably, in my opinion, it was probably one done set up by people that work for the council anyway. Get the demonstration done, then anyone that tries to demonstrate against closing a public building like a library, too late, mate, we've already done a demonstration. Yeah, Amanda Kate, you say Oprah Book Charity. That wouldn't surprise me too much. I did see, actually, go into my feed, I saw pictures from it was something to do with Gigi Hadid, and it seems that she was in my last video. I thought that quite relevant. Chrissy Teigen takes her first shower in 2 months. Now here, I really hope, we've been talking about we've been talking about people who mess with their gender. Now, surely this person is about as blatant as it gets. You can see they've clearly had surgery on their jaw to make it look smaller, and that's why his mouth looks so messed up. That ear looks completely plastic. And then they got the cheek to go on Instagram and claim they've had a miscarriage. It is absolutely disgusting. But of course, Chrissy Teigen has taken a shower for the first time since losing her baby. Why wouldn't you tell everyone that, you know? The 35-year-old model has taken to Instagram to reveal she's returned to showering, having previously been forced to use a bath after losing her baby in September. Appearing in a robe with a towel on her head, Chrissy said in her Instagram stories, "I've just had my first shower in like 2 months." Of course you would put that on Instagram, yeah. No reason why you wouldn't ever do that. I've been taking baths because I couldn't stand to be in the shower. I couldn't, like, physically stand in the shower. I feel really, really good. What? You've not long had a miscarriage, have you? Chrissy, who celebrated her 35th birthday on Monday, also thanked her social media followers for her kind messages. She said, Thank you for all my happy birthday wishes. Thank you. I feel very clear and very good." Chrissy, who has Luna 4 and Miles 2 with husband John Legend, again another blatant tranny, previously discussed the heartbreak of losing her baby in an emotional Instagram post. She didn't just discuss the heartbreak, she actually took pictures from the hospital room where she claimed to have lost the child. Crazy. We never decided on our baby's name, blah blah, we've read all this crap before. So anyway, Chrissy Teigen's finally had a shower, isn't that good? Interesting, someone mentioned Prince Harry not being the same person anymore. There was a story there about, where's it gone? Prince William. He looks very different lately, I noticed someone pointed out. Maybe they're switching people up all the time. Who knows? Jessica Simpson reveals nightmare detail of pregnancy with an unbelievable photo. What do you think that unbelievable photo is? Jessica Simpson has laid bare one of the not-so-joyful details of pregnancy with an incredible photo she shared on Instagram on Tuesday. The mum of 3 revealed her feet got so swollen when she was expecting her 3rd child that she had to forego shoes entirely. That didn't happen with Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, because she managed to hike up a mountain at 9 months pregnant. Oh right, so we just got to see loads of pictures of shoes. Thank you for that. How crazy. Is that the incredible picture? Wow. It's beyond a joke. Phil Wright, okay, they called the Newcastle game off. Yeah, the whole football league. Now bear in mind, I think football clubs are going to be ones that are going to get helped out by government. Remember they announced a £330 billion rescue package for people that lost money due to their lockdowns and restrictions. Well, yeah, I'm sure football clubs will be going to the government requesting their money back. Right. Okay, we've looked at Camilla Thurlow. I think I've pretty much covered most of the stuff I wanted to. And I've had a wonderful audience who have been interacting all the way through. Thank you very much. Was it Phil? Someone did mention... No, it's Maria Elando about James Alexander. We'll have a look at that before we go. Katy Perry shows a new look inside Family Garden, complete with sweet feature for baby Daisy. They never show the picture. Well, have we seen baby Daisy? I don't know. But again, that was another blatant fake pregnancy. Juno star Elliot Page, formerly Ellen Page, comes out as transgender. What a surprise. I don't actually know who that is. Is it worth having a look? There's talk that Prince Charles has a doppelganger as well. Absolutely. Do you know, I do know someone that works for what are they called? It's the company that Prince Charles, Highgrove, that's it. And they say that every couple of weeks, every Christmas they meet Prince Charles or something. I point out it could be anyone. But yeah, this guy has changed his appearance drastically lately, hasn't he? Wherever a prince or princess broadcasts from their own home, it's an exciting chance for people to sneak a peek inside the royal abode. But when fans tuned in to see Prince Charles' video broadcast about a new hospital in London, they got a little more than they bargained for. In fact, many royal watchers were surprised and even a little disturbed by the contents of one particular photo frame that sat on the heir to the throne's shelves. Right, this is where you would then have to scroll through hundreds of web pages to find out what this picture was. I'm not going to waste your time or mine. Probably a picture of, I don't know, Saddam Hussein shaking his hand or something. I want to see about Juno, who's come out as transgender. Juno star Elliot Page, formerly known as Ellen Page, has announced that he is transgender. The actor wrote in a post on Twitter that his pronouns are he, they, and his name is Elliot. He added that it felt remarkable to pursue my authentic self. I'm going to say it was always a man. Ellen Page was the tranny, was the switcheroo as it was. Phil Wright says, caught on Sadio Mane, passed it on to Mo Salah and then gave it to Tom Hanks. Absolutely. Marie say Alison Jackson is a photographer who uses royal doubles in her photography. I wouldn't doubt that. I know that very often when you see famous people on adverts, like David Beckham advertising shaving gel, or Lionel Messi advertising the internet or whatever he does, PlayStation, they're always doubles. Apparently there's whole agencies set up with doubles. Phil Wright, absolutely agree with you. Keith Richards and Prince Charles are one and the same. That's until Prince Charles's recent sort of transformation, they look identical. So yeah, Elliot Page, great stuff. Juno, I don't think I've ever seen that, but hey ho. Right, was there any more? Yeah, I know something came up about Gigi Hadid. Madonna pictured with all 6 of her children in rare posts. Didn't she adopt half of them? This morning found Peter Andre and baby plans with wife. Right. Rochelle Humes unveils unusual beauty products she created to help pregnancy stretch marks. Okay, and then Kourtney Kardashian. To be honest, I could go on all night about this. I'm not going to inflict that on you all. I do appreciate everyone that was tuned in. Yeah, Phil Wright, it had to be 330 million. Oh, I was going to look, it was Amanda, was it Amanda that made a comment about someone claiming to be the real prince? James Alexander, Maria Ellender. What was their name? Yeah, there was someone actually on YouTube who I remember and they claim that real Prince right, okay. Yeah, I had heard about this one. This person claims they're the real Prince Harry, and here they are confronting Prince Charles. I'm not sure what to make on that one. It's a strange one though, but yeah, someone I used to follow on YouTube. I think I'm still subscribed to him. I will say actually, this Harry. Where was that other picture? Probably looks more like the original Harry, doesn't he? Who knows? That's what he used to look like. Here, that is how Harry used to appear. Symphony of Souls. There was a good evidence out there that showed the Bonnie boy is a true hermaphrodite. Who is the Bonnie boy, if you don't mind me asking? This person, I'm guessing, yeah? Oh yeah, you only have to look at the shape of Harry's forehead to know if that's who you're referring to, unless... Amanda later found with several gunshots in the back. Yeah, we'll have a look at the story, okay? Not that I believe much I read in the press. World News Daily Report. I have come across this before, but we will share it. Dublin, Ireland. A British man who claimed to be the real Prince Harry and to have been forcibly replaced as a child by an imposter was found dead this morning in his hotel room in the seaside town of Dunlogare, near the Irish capital. The Garda Síochána Irish police was called on the site early this morning after some neighbours complained about the smell emanating from his room. They found the body of 31-year-old James Francis Alexander, a young British nobleman, mostly known for his claim to be a member of the royal British family. According to the spokesman of the Irish police, Lieutenant Seamus O'Connor, the young man had multiple bullet wounds and the police found some signs of a struggle in his room, suggesting that he was the victim of a violent crime. The victim clearly didn't commit suicide, O'Connor told reporters. He was attacked by more than one assailant, probably 2 or 3 individuals carrying a pistol. The poor man didn't stand a chance. He was hit by more than 20 bullets, probably fired by silenced weapons, since none of his neighbours heard anything. It's too early to confirm anything, but this is probably the work of professionals. Goodness me, but he does look odd as well though. Mr. Alexander had attracted a lot of attention from the British public and media in 2014 when he published his book entitled The Real Prince Harry, The Truth Behind the Royal Lies. In this book he claimed to be the real son of Princess Diana, which again I find suspect, as Diana was again as much about as female as Meghan. Saying he was replaced by a lookalike at the Queen Elizabeth's demands when he was an 8-year-old after he threatened to reveal that Prince Charles was not his biological father. He says that he was awoken at night by his father's butlers and driven to Lincolnshire, where he was exchanged with the son of Lord Edward James Alexander, who had his age and also the particularity of looking a lot like him. He claims to have received some intense coverage for a while from the British tabloids, but then had suddenly disappeared from the media after a few days, generating rumours of a cover-up among conspiracy theorists. Indeed, despite the fact that the first 50,000 copies of his book had sold in less than a week, his publisher had surprisingly decided not to have more copies printed, and it rapidly disappeared from stores. The young author then accused his royal family of pressuring his publisher and his editor in order to have the book taken off the shelf. Strange. Who knows what's true? Right. An encounter between Mr. Alexander and Prince Charles at the 2014 London Book Fair resulted in a rather disgraceful scene, as the heir to the British throne called the young man a little bastard before telling him to leave his family alone. Crazy. I don't know. Well, yeah, Amanda Kate, thank you for reminding us of that story. Yeah, like I said, I knew someone on YouTube. They were putting videos up till quite recently. They were quite an elderly lady, and I think she claimed to be... either... I'm not sure who it was, but she claimed to be an heir to the throne, and saying that... To be honest, some of her videos were a little disjointed, a little non sequitur. They didn't always make a huge amount of sense. Not to say she wasn't telling the truth. If I go to my subscribers, I'll see if I can find her.
You'll notice something about that.
There's the video again. Subscriptions. Okay, right, here we are. I do not remember their name, to be honest. I'll know it when I see it though. And if you want to check out some of their stuff, that's providing they're still on there. They haven't put any videos up recently. Peggy Childers, this was it. Right, we'll go to the about. Anyway, this person claimed a very similar thing. When was their last video? 10 months ago. I'm not going to play any of them, but this person claims that she is the daughter of... that she was an heir to the throne, basically, and that she was removed in a very similar way to what that Alexander guy claimed. Do you know what? I'm going to put a link to her channel in, and you can judge for yourself, okay? I'm going to put it in the live chat. I'm not 100% sure. Who knows whether this person is speaking the truth. It's a strange thing to make up though, I will say that. Yeah, if you want to check out some of her videos. But yeah, like I say, some of the videos, I mean, the titles alone don't always make a lot of sense. Today, two cousins gave me honour and title countess. Look, here we are, for example. Pulling wool, eyes God. Why didn't you just write? I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And she does go into a lot of anecdotes in her videos. Jerry Gillespie murdered, Jack Hartfield, FBI. Yeah, I did watch some of her stuff and find it interesting. But well, like I say, you would have to judge for yourself on that. Right, I think this is where we are roughly gonna end it. I would be curious, actually, what do you guys think on the video we saw of Harry? Meghan and Archie. Do you think that could be the real deal? Has Meghan and Harry finally upgraded to a real child? I haven't been onto their Instagram account for a long time. We'll have a quick look at that before we do. Yeah, despite my promise that I was going to be following this couple all the way, and I would say, yeah, you know, I would tell you the moment I thought they were using genuine children. I didn't do a very good job, did I? And it's interesting, they say they want to keep, they wanted to keep Archie, you know, they wanted to keep him in the private, they wanted to keep him out of the public eye. when they go and put videos like that on, it's a bit out there. And is this a live video? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, there's no live video footage of the baby. Just checking in case we missed something. But it doesn't look like we have. Lady Dies David Furness. Phil Wright. Absolutely agree with you on that one. There's some interesting videos on that. They live in the grounds of Windsor Castle. I know, well, of course, Elton John released his song about Princess Diana, didn't he? I didn't actually know they lived in the grounds of Windsor Castle, but I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, and once again, they never miss an opportunity, do they? This is the Harry and Meghan's official Instagram page, and they put a link to somewhere you can donate money to the World Health Organization to fight BS19. Okay. Right. Thank you, everyone. Oh, here's the Gigi Hadid interest in this one. This isn't actually the Independent website. Gigi Hadid shares unseen pregnancy photo with Zayn Malik hugging the bump. You can look all through this article. You won't see any pictures of Gigi hugging any bump, even if you go through their slideshow. Got nothing to do with the story. Emily in Paris, what's that all about? It is on her Instagram page, but the pictures are so rubbish it's not even worth it. Of course, these scarves that these supermodels wear, they're either hiding an Adam's apple or they're hiding their truckee or shave scarf. Okay, on that note, people, I'm going to bid you all a fond farewell. Do you know what? I think we're going to play out watching the video that we started with. Let's see if first time I watched it, I wouldn't say I was convinced, because I know what they can do with CGI, but I couldn't see much wrong with it. Now taking a second look, I can. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I will thank my grateful thanks to Symphony of Souls, Phil Wright, Maria Ellender, KG, Amanda Kate, Nijod Queen, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Anyone I've missed? RJ earlier on. All of you, thank ever so much for interacting in the live chat. It's much appreciated. I will be back with more videos soon. I'm gonna end this one by watching a stream of we're gonna watch that horrible video. For me, it's horrible. Thank you guys. Good night, Mr. Phil Wright as well. Always appreciate you joining my live streams, and I will be back with another one soon. And as always, guys, take care and good night. Right, here we go. Bye all.
For Save With Stories, we're going to read Duck, Rabbit. Ready? Want to open it? Good job. Hey, look, a duck. That's not a duck, that's a rabbit. Yeah, here, can you turn the page? What happens after that? Are you kidding me? It's totally a duck. It's for sure a rabbit. What's on the next page? See? There's his bill. What are you talking about? Those are his ears, silly. It's a duck, and he's about to eat a piece of bread. Turn the page. Is that the piece of bread? Let's turn the page. Let's show everybody. It's a rabbit, and he's about to eat a carrot. Let's go to the next page. Look, Arch. That's the cover. Let's go to the next page. Wait, listen. Did you hear that? I heard duck sounds. Quack, quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
Quack,
Quack,
quack.
quack, quack. That's funny. I distinctly heard rabbit sounds. Now the duck is wading through the swamp. No, the rabbit is hiding in the grass. There, see? Look, Archie. It's flying. Flying. It's hopping. So let's turn the page. Look, the duck is so hot, he's getting a drink of water. No, the rabbit is so hot, he's cooling off his ears. That's the sun, and what's that? Fish. Fish, fish, fish. Let's turn the page. Let's see what else happens. Look at the duck through my binoculars. Sorry, still a rabbit. Let's turn the page. Then what happens? Let's turn the page. Here, ducky, ducky. Here, you cute little rabbit. Oh, great. You scared him away. Archie, look, you didn't scare him away. I didn't scare him away. You scared him away. Let's finish this book first, then we'll have that book. You know, maybe you were right. Maybe it was a rabbit. Thing is, now I'm actually thinking, that it was a duck. Should we get that book back too? We'll read this one next. That it was a duck. Well, anyway, now what do you want to do? What happened? I don't know. What do you want to do? Hey, look! An anteater! That's no anteater. That's a brachiosaurus. Let's turn the page. What's next? The end.
Yay!
Good job!
The end! Woo!
Good job!
Bravo! Bravo!
Yay! Duck rabbit.